What's up, YouTube? It's the kid David. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You gotta share this video, comment this video. Let's get into this. Listen, it's been a long 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since I ain't want to touch this topic. Not a grifter. Don't like speaking about this stuff. But it's been 2 weeks since the late great Charlie Kirk has passed away. The late great. When I say great, I mean he was a great man. And people think he's controversial. I think that's a bunch of sack of shit that we have seen a man been spared in the last 50 years. He's been spared. It's been a spirit campaign by the media. I'm a firm believer in Mr. Malcolm X. Malcolm X, who don't know, was also assassinated, gunned down by his beliefs. We know Martin Luther King. People comparing the late great Charlie Kirk to the great Martin Luther King, and they said, well, if you don't agree with Martin Luther King's niece about Charlie Kirk, then and you don't disagree with her, then something wrong with you. I mean, you don't disagree with Martin Luther King. You know, Charlie Kirk has some things to say about MLK, which is it's not really controversial. Stuff the people that wrote about MLK was well known, womanizing, cheating on his wife. People was get deep in that. He's a very womanizing woman. He's a cheater. I said, man, the greatest fault is women, and Martin Luther King fell victim of that. So I don't feel bad when I'm going out here being with women. You know what I'm saying? So how Charlie Kirk lives his life is how we all should aspire to do good. Do to others what you do to yourself. We learn that in kindergarten. Do to others that you don't want to do yourself. You don't hit me, I don't hit you. You don't touch me, I don't touch you. You don't hurt me, I don't hurt you. We keep our hands to ourselves. We learned that shit when we was little. The 10 Commandments in the Bible, lead your way by that. That's how the young man did. The man said he waited till marriage to have sex. Slept with one woman, raising a family, preached Christ, his faith. One thing he's not an evangelical Christian, but he's definitely Christian, and his political beliefs is shaped by his Christian values. I'm trying to figure out what's so controversial about a man preaching the word of God, Jesus Christ, his Lord and Savior, his faith, families, get a job, get married, have a family, make kids, right? That's the American dream. Get a house. That's what he was preaching on these college campuses, trying to change the young minds that have been propaganda by the media, like I was talking about Malcolm X. I told you that the white liberals and the Democrat, the left party that's so left now, is the enemy of the people. When Trump ran for office in 2015, when he made that his announcement to run for president, he didn't start calling them fake news, but he coined the term fake news because it was fake news for a reason and fake news forever. The media divides, not the politicians. The politicians do too, but the media. When they get on media, the politicians need the media to get on so they can know. So it's the vice versa. We all need media. They do good and bad, but they really do more evil in this world and got everybody divided. We got people celebrating people death. You gonna celebrate a man that died in that kind of way? Man, it was try. I'm not watching that video again, to be honest. I was at work when I seen it. I thought he got shot in the shoulder. No, he gonna make it. I'm telling my lady associate, oh, she gonna make it. And then they came back inside from work and showed me the video where he got shot in the neck out of blood. I'm like, oh man. I like, no, like that can't be real. Then you see his body fall, and I'm not watching that ever again. I'm not watching that ever again. I'm not watching that ever again. And I don't advise y'all to neither. Gunned down, assassinated in front of his wife in church and in front of, I mean, it's just distasteful and disturbing, and words can't imagine how much evil it is. It ain't left, right, it's good versus evil. But the left has converted to a lot of evil. A lot of evil. And Jimmy Kimmel and all the people say, and Javin Crockett, and people say, oh, Mary Hill thought it was a right. I'm glad Megyn Kelly got on her ass. It was a right. No. You do know he was radicalized by left-wing ideology, far left, trans stuff. He was at a trans boyfriend. That's not a conservative. That's not somebody on the right. Right? It's evil was in his heart. He said that we couldn't debate, we couldn't talk. That was non-negotiable. That's what the man said. The man said that his beliefs and opinions weren't negotiable. Anti-fascists on the Antifa, fascists on the case books. But we had the left wing media try to say it was conservative because he grew up in a conservative home, two good parents. Grew up conservative, but he changed when he went to school or went away, whatever. He got his trans boyfriend, whatever happened to him, he got radicalized. And it's an example that can happen. You can grow up in a good Christian home, two parents, and you can be a thug, gangster, criminal in the black community. You can be anything. You can be like this kid was evil. This kid was evil. He said, "Mr. Evil, how you do that? How did you kill someone? How do his opinion? You couldn't beat him verbally, so you had to silence him by killing him, bro. It's disgusting. There's no place in the world, not just in the United States, in the world for that. But I believe in and I trust Jesus Christ and the great Erica Kirk. As she said, God forgive them as they don't know what they have done. As Jesus was getting crucified, she used the same line in her beautiful speech at his memorial. And that lady is brave and brilliant. And shout out to her for being a brilliant young lady, Christian faith woman. She was going to get a job for Charlie and end up marrying the man. That's how God and faith and love work, right? That's how we all want that love story. Charlie Kirk was going around preaching, hey, don't you want to be married? Don't you want to have a family? Yeah, he was talking to prostitutes and porn stars, OF girls on whatever podcast, and a lot of podcasts, and saying, I want you to get a husband. I want you to share your sexual energy in your being, in your sexual orientation with one man. I want you to feel that connection. Excuse me. I want you to share your energy, and this should be sacred. Your body should be sacred. Teach a woman, it should be sacred. And he ain't just Dr. Umar Johnson, fake ass nigga, and these fake ass black niggas on TV saying propaganda for the Democratic Party and selling out the black community for a paycheck. Al Sharpton, Dr. Umar Johnson, Michael Lamont Hill, thinking that men can have kids. I mean, these guys on the left is far left ridiculous. Shit, they don't believe in, but they get a check, and you have a white man that's preaching to the black community about what you should do. If we had real black men on TV, cable TV, in the media and TikTok saying Kevin Samuel style, and real black people that have platforms about billionaire corporations like CNN and Fox and whatever, they have real black people on there saying the problem. You want to have a white man coming out saying, but he has the balls and gall to talk about any community in any racial dynamic. And on top of that, you got to think about Trump and Charlie Kirk don't believe they white men. They just believe they humans, and they can speak how they want to speak. They don't understand the racial dynamic. They could, because people say, "Well, you white, you shouldn't say that." We'll say, "No, I'm a person. I can say what I see, what I think, what I feel." And a lot of people will never understand that. It took their whole lifetime to understand that. But I'm the same way. I'm outspoken and very strong. I'm a Gemini. Trump a Gemini. I'm very outspoken. Gonna tell the truth and say how I feel. The worst thing about Trump and Charlie Kirk, and it ain't even the worst thing about them, it's just that they don't know they white. They don't know they white. In the world and society, how Democrats and left media, evil media made it that you can't be a white man criticizing nothing that's minority. And they not standing for it, and they should get praised for that. So this man lived his life having sex with one woman, never hurt nobody. Always said, let's debate, let's have dialogue. We may disagree, let's disagree to agree. So we have an agreement on understanding both sides and how can we go together. Maybe one day we can persuade each other. That's what's his end goal. Going on Cotton Cap is not just the political stuff, but Jesus Christ. The gospel. Now, I see more people going to turn to Jesus than ever. These young kids are doing it. Woman and man, young black man, young black woman, young white woman, Hispanic woman, Asian man, Asian woman, black woman, Hispanic, white woman. I mean, everybody. It's remarkable that the journey that he was taking people on and what he was standing for. And when you're in debate with people, you're going to use certain analogies and certain metaphors that when you debating somebody, you're going to use them tactics. You're going to use tactics that going to get under people's skin because they afraid. Like the stuff that he said, the people are afraid of these questions in debates with him. So in debate, you're going to use every mechanism that you have to win a debate. So Charlie Kirk, that's his debate style, made him one of the best debaters ever, and I believe that. I'm a debater. So you're gonna say things that people are gonna provoke you to say in a way that, oh, it's gonna provoke the other side. I think, oh, he's racist, he's that, which is not true. Like Joy Reid is the most racist person who's on NBC. Joy Reid and Ketanji Barr Jackson, Supreme because they don't even know what a woman is, and he criticized them because they came out and said, I got my position because I'm a affirmative action. Right? So black people got to wake up and understand that. They came out and said, they in his seat. Joe Biden said, I'm going to get a black woman president, vice president. You know how dangerous it is? You eliminated the whole field by just looking at black people. Not black people, just black women. You could have got a great black man. You could have got a great black woman. You could have got a great Hispanic woman. Could have great Indian woman, a great Indian man, a great white man, great Chinese man to be the vice president, but you just limited to black. You limited to black women, not just black people, just black women. That's what DUI is. That's what he was against. Like, you know how much talent pool out there that you just limited things to just that demographic? That is dangerous. And the pilot thing. You want to talk about the pilot thing? We want to talk about the pilot thing, right? We want to talk about the pilot thing. When your brains have to understand and dissect this. 6%, I think it's 6% of United Airlines come and said, we need 50%. We want to go to 50% black pilots. They only had 6%. So what are you going to do to get this jump that from 6 to 50? That's a huge jump, 44% jump. How are you going to get that jump without lowering qualifications? Not saying these people not qualified, but they're not going to be the best trained people. When you're on an airplane, Jesus Christ, I ain't never been on in my life, but I want the best people flying that know my life in God's hand, Jesus Christ. And that's what he was saying. Like, I'm going to start thinking that way, and I don't want to think that way, but I'm human. Because if you tell them you got 6% black people, and ain't that many women pilots in the world, in the United States or in the world, they don't choose that career path, but you're trying to lower standards to get them in that field so it can be suitable for them, but you're playing with people's lives, and we cannot play with people's lives. That's all he was saying. That's all he was saying. People the media miscue and take clips. They see me clips all day. Clips. Small clips of shit out of context entirely. And nobody never takes the time and watch the full video like they did the Donald Trump shit. Good people on both sides. They took that and ran with that, and it's been debunked as a hoax forever. And Joe Biden ran his campaign on because of Charlottesville. When it was a complete made-up lie. He said it was good people on both sides. I'm not talking about the neo-Nazi or the white supremacists, because they should be condemned totally. That's exactly his words. But if you watch the full clip and the media was honest, you would have seen it. And if the media is honest about Charlie Kirk, who was he wasn't anti-gay people. People say he hate trans, hate gay people. No, he wasn't. He kicked out the racist and a homophobic dude off his thing. He said, if it was your country, what would you do with gay people? You say, what you mean what I do? If you had your way in this country, what would you do? What would you do? You say Jesus lay down with, had dinner with tax collectors, talked to prostitutes and did all this. And you telling me I cannot have a gay person in the conservative movement? F you, my friend, in that kind of word. Forget you, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's what he said to the people. That was so anti-homophobic. He wasn't. So we have to tell the truth, ladies and gentlemen. And I got a lot of friends on the right, and a lot of friends that don't just got their mind made up, talking about, well, he died by the sword he was on. He died for the Second Amendment. He died on that hill. That's like saying women very promiscuous. It's like somebody going around spreading HIV and it's a nice guy, and then he gets you and you have sex with him. And now you get a deadly disease of HIV. Well, you died on the hill because you love sex. You was very promiscuous. That's what y'all sound like. Y'all sound crazy and ridiculous. And he made automobile. Should we get rid of vehicles? 55,000 young people die every year for auto crashes. Should we get rid of cars and go back to horses? Should we do that? No, we're not going to do that. So it ain't about making the road safer. There's so many gun laws and good restrictions on the books that it's ridiculous. He talked about the freedom of speech and the Second Amendment, that, you know why we never have an attack on American soil where other people come over? It got to be a 9/11 attack, got to be like that, because we have so many guns in this country that you cannot attack us on American soil. We got so many citizens armed, and it's from a tyranny government. Protect yourself from tyranny. Look, you see how they went to go shoot the ICE agents, and somebody dead in Dallas. That's for freedom of speech. So if you believe, I don't believe ICE, but the people in ICE, I'm not on no side of them. I'm just saying, ICE agents and ICE agent people was killed in Dallas earlier today or something. That's because they think, even though they wrong, there's a tyrannical government, but you won't even have that right to kill them or protect yourself from the police. Tupac couldn't have shot the police officer that was on the black man. We gotta understand what the hell what we fighting for and what is so important. It's gonna be when you got a free country, you're gonna have a lot of people go rogue and things that go bad. But is it worth having all the freedoms we have? You gotta ask yourself that question, not me. If you still want these freedoms. Y'all like the video, comment this video, hit that subscribe button. Peace.